All right, welcome back everybody for another deep dive.
Yeah.
You know, we love to go deep on those topics that you might think you already know about.
Yeah.
But today, I think we're going to uncover some seriously surprising stuff about the big three: carbs, fats, proteins.
That's right.
You're looking for a clearer picture of how your body really puts these macronutrients to work.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to use this awesome YouTube video from Metabolism Made Easy to help us break it all down.
I love that channel.
Yeah, they make it so easy to understand.
Absolutely.
So get ready for some seriously fascinating insights, because you might be surprised at the roles these everyday nutrients play in keeping you going.
You think you know, but you have no idea.
Exactly.
It's like an iceberg.
All right, let's jump right in with carbs.
Okay.
So they're often demonized, right? We've all heard
Yeah, carbs are bad. Cut the carbs.
But the video reminds us that carbs are crucial, especially for quick energy through that process of glycolysis.
Which, by the way, is exactly what fuels your workouts, which I know is something you're really into.
Oh, absolutely. I hit the gym like 3-4 times a week.
So those carbs, they're not the enemy.
Definitely not. I was surprised to learn, though, that carbs are involved in building the extracellular matrix.
The what now?
Yeah, it's like the scaffolding that holds our tissues together.
Like the mortar between the bricks.
Right, exactly. The video mentions these things called glycosaminoglycans, glycolipids, and glycoproteins. What are those all about?
Well, they sound pretty complicated, but think of them like personalized delivery trucks in your body.
Okay.
Each one designed to transport specific nutrients and molecules around your cells and tissues.
Wow, and they're all made with carbs.
That's right. They're crucial for things like joint health, skin elasticity, even injury recovery.
Especially important for anyone active and hitting the gym.
Exactly. And get this, they're involved in cell communication too.
So my body can function smoothly like a well-oiled machine.
You got it.
Okay, let's move on to fats.
All right, let's get greasy.
I think most people just associate fats with energy storage, that extra padding.
Yeah, the stuff we try to get rid of.
But this video, it reveals that fats do so much more.
Oh, so much more.
So tell me, what's the deal with fatty acids and cell membranes?
Well, beyond being a fantastic energy source, those fatty acids are essential for building healthy cell membranes.
Right.
And every single cell in your body, and I mean every single one, needs a healthy membrane to function properly.
So it's kind of like the outer wall of a house protecting everything inside.
Exactly. And keeping everything in its right place.
Now, the video also touched on something that's been on my mind a lot lately: inflammation.
Yes, the hot topic of the decade.
Right, like how do dietary fats actually play into that whole inflammation picture?
Well, it all comes down to this essential fatty acid called linoleic acid.
Okay.
The video explains how it gets converted into arachidonic acid in the body.
I'm following so far.
And arachidonic acid is the precursor to these really powerful molecules called eicosanoids.
Eicosanoids.
Yeah, they're basically the messengers that can either dial up or dial down inflammation throughout your body.
So it's like a delicate balancing act.
Exactly. And what you eat can influence that balance.
So should I be worried about how much linoleic acid I'm getting?
It's definitely something to be mindful of, especially since it's found in a lot of processed foods.
That's good to know.
On the flip side, there are other fats, like omega-3s, that have anti-inflammatory effects.
Okay, so it's not just about the total amount of fat, but the types of fats we're eating.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's tackle the last of the big three: proteins.
Let's do it.
Now, I know they're crucial for building muscle, which is something I'm personally interested in.
Yeah, protein is the building block of muscle.
But the video highlights that this process of protein turnover is happening all the time. It's not just when we're hitting the gym.
Our bodies are constantly breaking down and rebuilding proteins. It's a dynamic process, not a static one.
That's amazing. I also came across this term in the video, gluconeogenesis, where amino acids can be converted into glucose.
Right, it sounds a bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that.
Well, when your body runs low on carbs, it needs another way to keep your blood sugar stable.
Makes sense.
So your liver, think of it as this master chef. It can actually take those amino acid building blocks from protein and whip up some glucose.
Wow, so even if I miss a meal or two, my body has a backup plan.
That's exactly right. Your body is incredibly adaptable.
That's pretty remarkable. And to think, amino acids are also used for making DNA components.
It's true. Those tiny amino acids are involved in building the blueprint of life.
Talk about multitasking. All right, we can't wrap up this deep dive without talking about cholesterol.
Yes, the misunderstood molecule.
I feel like people hear cholesterol and instantly think it's the enemy.
Right. But it's actually essential for so many processes in the body.
The video really sheds light on that.
For instance, cholesterol is a key ingredient for making bile acids, which are essential for digesting fats.
Oh, that's interesting.
And this is particularly important for anyone who's focusing on healthy eating, like yourself, because without enough cholesterol, your body would actually struggle to absorb those healthy fats you're eating.
So cholesterol is actually helping me get the most out of my healthy diet.
You got it.
That's a total game changer. The video also mentioned something about cholesterol affecting membrane fluidity. What does that even mean?
Well, remember how we talked about those cell membranes being like the walls of a house?
Yeah, protecting the cell.
Exactly. But those walls also need to be flexible, adaptable.
I guess that makes sense.
And that's where cholesterol comes in. It helps regulate that fluidity, making sure those membranes are just the right consistency, not too stiff, not too loose.
So it's like the Goldilocks of cell membranes.
You could say that, and that balance is crucial for cells to communicate and function properly.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yep.
And I remember you mentioned earlier that I'm interested in hormones.
Right. The chemical messengers that control so much in our bodies.
Yeah, how does cholesterol fit into all of that?
Well, cholesterol is a precursor to many hormones, including those that regulate stress, growth, and reproduction.
So it's like the conductor of the hormonal orchestra.
Exactly. It helps keep everything in sync.
Wow. I knew that carbs, fats, and proteins were important, but I had no idea just how complex and interconnected they all are.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a perfectly choreographed dance happening inside of us all the time.
And the best part is that we can influence this dance through the choices we make every day.
So even small tweaks to our diet can have a ripple effect throughout our system.
Absolutely.
That's a powerful thought to end on. Well, thanks for joining us today on this deep dive into the fascinating world of macronutrients.
It's been a pleasure.
And be sure to tune in next week for another deep dive.
We'll see you then.
See ya.